us all slow this down for a little bit. Arsenal haven't even kicked a knockout ball yet, and somehow the storyline is already written. The easiest draw, the easiest path, the easiest Champions League or whatever they want to name it or call it. They keep moving, coming up with new stuff every single time Arsenal makes some level of advancement. And that to me is just lazy analysis. No, don't get me wrong. I understand that they're going to be biased because the fan base is split. There are different teams competing. So definitely, yes. You're going to have banter. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny what's obvious or what is in front of you, what you're seeing. And there's just this level of unfairness I see when it comes down to Arsenal. But definitely if Arsenal win, it's a problem. They find something to complain about. If they draw, it's a problem. If they lose, it's worse. It's like Heaven Almighty just came down. The world is crashing down. The world is ending. Like it's the apocalypse. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff will happen to other teams and they do not get the same treatment. But like I said, I understand banter. And a lot of the media personnel, because this happened not just across the wider English Premier League fan base of all teams. It even happened in the mainstream media. And that I definitely understand, because the majority of the mainstream media aren't even Arsenal fans or past fans who are no pundits. It's just a few of them. It's just now they're really becoming very obvious on the front line. And I woke up this morning and I saw this video that I watched of a popular or a famous YouTube channel, basically. And it was just refreshing to see some of the past Arsenal players coming out and speaking up about this agenda against Arsenal. Many of you might not want to say it, but you already know there's just this bias, this unfair treatment, this unfair analysis when it comes down to Arsenal. We have been called the worst. We have been labeled the worst. But one can say this is just the media trying to get in the heads of the Arsenal players. You know, trying to rattle the players. This is a way in which they kind of destabilize a team. But man, a team who wins 8 straight Champions League matches to top the group, that's not luck though. That is preparation. That's some level of consistency. That is something of a team who are doing the right thing. And if you finish top, you earn the God-given right to face a theoretically easy opponent. That's literally how the competition is structured and how it works. Nobody called it luck when Real Madrid benefited from favorable brackets during their three-peat era. Nobody said it was handed to Manchester City when their path opened up in 2023. But when it's Arsenal, suddenly it's a conspiracy of comfort. And here's the irony. Most of the loudest critics are supporters of other clubs who aren't even in the competition, didn't top their group, or didn't even qualify. And most are from the English Premier League fan base. If you didn't do the work to earn a seeded position, you don't get to complain about someone else benefiting from it. Luck is football's favorite word when people don't want to give credit. Luck favors the prepared, man. Arsenal stayed competitive in the league while dominating Europe. They are still in all major competitions. That's not accidental. They earned that right. And let's be real, the Champions League doesn't do charity finals, man. At some point you face an elite opposition. The road always gets hard. The badge on the shirt doesn't win knockout ties. Performance does. And Arsenal cannot play what's not in front of them. What this really is, or what it boils down to, is discomfort. People are uncomfortable that Arsenal look like this. Uncomfortable that the nearly team narrative isn't sticking. Uncomfortable that this group under Mikel Arteta has learned from past collapses. It's a surprise for many that Arsenal are still at this point where they are currently. Counted out many times, but still push on. So the narrative shifts and the agenda continues. And this right here, where football is more than a result, guys. Because this isn't about who they play. It's simply about whether people are ready to admit what Arsenal are truly becoming. Be honest, man. Be fair with yourself. If you love football, basically you'll understand. You'll get where I'm coming from. Because you might even be an opposing fan. Or a proposing fan. Whichever it is. But don't let these people try to turn you away from what's in front of your eyes. There is definitely some agenda against Arsenal. I won't dwell on it, to be honest, because at the end of the day, the only way to overcome all of that is just to win the title and shut them up. Arsenal earned the right, man. So give them credit where it's due. Not to nitpick or criticize with a fine-tooth comb or with a microscope. Once again, this is no honor in any, where football is more than a result. Thank you for checking in. And as always, walk good. Peace. One love. I'm out.